And we are live! Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma, welcome back to the House of Hubris here on Twitch.tv/Saracent. Welcome back to Getting the Car Loser. Yeah, that is all the usual things I say. Just decided to speedrun the opening spiel. I'm glad this doesn't start automatically after the ads have run. I still have to trigger the scene change, because otherwise you would have seen me just blinking like a bat released into sunlight as I clean my glasses. Because you know how it is, the moment before you need to actually do something, you realise your glasses are just coated in inch-thick grime. Or maybe that's just me. Yeah. Before we get started, shout out to Charities Lady with the 31-month resub. It is astounding to me that I've been doing this that long, and it is even more so that you all have been supporting like this for this long. Sincerely, thank you. No, brain, don't get sentimental. Yeah. Yes, because this is notably a game with no emotions in it. But hey, game. Yeah, if you were here last time, we've started the post-game DLC, where we go into another world, which I then try to not spin off into the entire bridge section from Frontier Psychiatrist by the Avalanches, because that is a locked wire in my brain. Yeah, we're in a world where Emily Harmless, hero and library tech, is the hero of fate, and it's heavily implied that she was in our main story world as well. So if Grace hadn't stolen it, just nobody would have taken up the sword. She's killed the Machine Devil with a trans-mask version of Sam, who seems cool, and yeah, and also her girlfriend, well, fiancé? Yes, they said she proposed. They didn't say if anything happened from that. Joe of the Mountain, who has been stolen and possessed by the Machine Devil and now is just turning up periodically to cause problems. Also, most of the world is on fire. Jesus Christ. I don't know what it is about this small suburb that means apparently we need people riding the loudest motorbikes known to man. She has referred to Joe as her fiancé. I'm glad somebody is keeping track. Look, I only say the words. They, in the eyes, out the mouth, completely bypass the brain. You know how it is. Should we just get back to it? This might be the last episode. I don't know how long this chapter is going to be. It was described as the longest chapter, but... Yes, and Angela is now pretty much just a regular person who happens to be very tall and pink. I have my headphones turned up too loud because I was doing Zoom quiz yesterday. Yeah, Angela has been brought down to tall, hot lady human standards and can't fight with us anymore. Also, we have a library tank, and it rules. So let's go. And there's a new leveling system, and we've already finished it. We'll get into this conversation in a sec, Grace. Oh yes, and this music. It's just that misstep between the drum fill and this drastically slowed down music. God, it's nice to not have everybody operating on ridiculous setup lag anymore. Because, I mean, this mix of this music still bangs. But it's just the disconnect. Sam told the stars to fuck off and mind their own business. Yep. Yes, on which note, that's what I normally do going into this. Yeah, just to mention, this stream will be less family friendly than most of mine. This game does contain adult language, sexual references, and fairly explicit direct depictions of fascists, and thus of homophobia, transphobia, all that awful stuff, with the understanding that the people saying it are the bad guys and we are going to kill them with a sword. So, you know, if that sounds like it might get too real for you, that's completely fine. The VODs will be there if you ever want them, or we'll be onto another game soon enough. But hey, thank you for swearing in chat and reminding me to say all that. But let's get on with this conversation. Who's this even saying this? This speech bubble is intermediate. Is that Val? Well, I mean, they say like, so probably. Hey, I just realized something. Like, our phone's still connected to the normal world, right? So I'm gonna call a tow truck to tow my car to the city under heaven so it'll be there for us. I'm a genius. You absolutely are, dear. A curious cosmic phenomenon, to be sure. I had not the knowledge of astral telephony to realize such a thing would work. Mostly it's just real weird hearing y'all talk about the city under heaven like that. The time when it was my beloved home. That really does feel like another world away now. What happened to it? Did it burn down? It's unspeakable. The atrocities that happened there. It was worse than you're capable of imagining. It's better if you don't even try. I don't know, I'm capable of imagining some pretty dramatic atrocities. I say that like I'm proud, but mostly it's just that my brain does it anyway. But it's still standing. You don't understand. I hope you never will. What happened in our world... I hope you can prevent it, Grace. I really do. The real evil was never the machine devil. It was what chaos would enable. It was what happened when communities fell apart and couldn't work together anymore. That is the real disaster. The death of solidarity. It's what happened when people were starved of everything that brought them together and put them into survival mode. That's when evil won. Physical flames, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, you're the hero of legend. Once you're done with the Machine Devil and Joe, I'm sure nothing that city can throw at you would stand a chance. It's not about fighting. It's the opposite. It's not that I've given up on fighting, it's that I can't do anything else anymore. Violence, turns out, doesn't actually directly fix things. You can't put scarred communities back together again just by killing evil. The world did this even in the absence of the Machine Devil. Those cultists are gone now. They disappeared. They fell back. They died in blazes of glory. The damage was done. Now only mistrust between people remains. When this is all over, there'll be no evil to slay that puts it right. The people of the city under heaven don't need justice. They need healing. I can't provide that. Not with that attitude, maybe. One day you're going to learn the limits of swagger, Grace Morningstar. Who are you trying to convince? And Sam's face there just like, no, her swagger is limitless. You! I'm trying to convince you! What, to convince me that I can fight my way through any problem if I just believe in myself enough? Don't be childish, Grace. None of these are particularly helpful interjections. I'm liking that top one, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with what Sam said. If I may step in. Go ahead. Emily, in our world thou art not a fighter.
Thou art a community organizer. My comrades admired thee not for thy prowess, nor even thy tenacity. What they admire is the role thou played in a group standing together to help their own. To them thou art a symbol not just of how cruel evil can be, but how strong a community can be. Thou say'st thy fight with the machine devil was 10 years past, yet thou still wear thy librarian garb even today. Is it not out of pride for who thou wert on that day?
Well, hold that question. I like how it tends to be, like, a big question that comes immediately before the combat, so it's just like, we'll let that percolate for a minute. Damn it, keep up with the rhythm of the timers and gauges, Emma. I'm grooving too much to pay attention to when things are done. You can get fated. I said you can get fated. There we go. Oh, and it isn't actually an auto kill. I thought it was. Still don't know what Elemental Trap does, and I feel I never shall. Grooving too much is the best status condition, yeah. To be fair, it is what I exist in a lot. That's a shockingly good read. Are you sure you're not still omniscient?
Thou dost wear it on thy sleeve, Emily, in a matter true in both spirit and fact. Thou knowest thou art the same hero thou wert before the calling, or the battle.
Maybe. Maybe I'd like to hope I could be here again, in my dreams. I'm glad to hear my death did some good in your world, too.
Too? You talk like you were already dead.
Well, I mean, if they did the same Machine Devil fight we did.
You talk like this counts as living.
Jesus. Emily.
The Emily who inspired me didn't just lay down and die. She mattered because she stood up for people, not because she was a martyr. You can always stand up again.
I get it, Grace. I truly understand what you're trying to say, I promise. I think I'm tepid, and I've grown weak, that my determination has failed when I was once strong. 'Tis what I see when I look at your determination. I see the kind of woman I was 10 years ago. Maybe a little more rude than I was, but still, the same kind. Wow. On that shade, let's fight some stuff. It's just running into a wall of molasses at the end of that drum fill. Yeah, wow, got completely out of the rhythm there. I can usually keep this chain up with this rotation. Smite only. I really hope the sword counts as smite. Well, anyway. I have a terrible feeling the sword doesn't count as smite. Does anything we have equipped? I'm feeling like no. Okay, that did whatever that was. Might have been transfer. I'll need to check if that counts as spite. Adjusting that idolization of martyrs is appreciated. Yeah, it's that Lord of the Rings quote that I've been seeing a lot lately on MTG Arena. It's the Faramir quote. I love not the bright sword for its sharpness, nor the arrow for its swiftness, nor the, great hero for his glory. I love only that which they can defend. Heroism is nothing if it doesn't actually help people. Yeah, is it transfer that is counting as spite? No. Love Ravage? No. I thought it was something... wrong button. Thought it was something on this board. It's not just this one. No. Well, something did smite damage, and I'll take it. Hey, I'm gonna go check on some things in the back. Make sure we're stocked up for the next fight. Go ahead, Sam. Other Sam, can you come help me? I'm sure we're about to go into a fight. It's not always on a pointed question. Also just one taking a look sure that SI is somehow much better if it's for a good cause. Yeah, nah. That hot take, that is in fact never a good thing. Yeah, actually, sure. Thank you for getting the hint, Sam. So, both your big sisters are fighting up there, huh? Okay, first off, how fucking long have you been done with that phone call? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And second, I feel like big sister is maybe an inaccurate description of a girl I wanted to kiss for like 3 years. You know, a while. So, like, both your big sisters in the sexy kind of way are fighting up there in the not sexy kind of way, huh? Just because it's true doesn't mean you should say it. Just saying, I don't know about y'all, but it makes me want to jump in, even though, like, that's a real bad idea. Is it really so bad to jump in to defend your friend? No, of course not, but Grace can handle herself here. If they don't agree, it's up to them to work it out. Getting in the middle probably won't help. I've definitely learned the hard way before when it's helpful and when it's not. And them not seeing eye to eye on what it means to be a hero, I think she wants to talk that out, even if it annoys her. I mean, I don't think Emily thinks she's not a hero, it's just hard to see someone who reminds you of who you were 10 years ago. Speaking of which, are you seriously 10 years older than me? I don't know, I guess. I mean, like, if you're 22, yeah. Oh no, he's the same age as me, that's... weird context, I don't know. Frankly, I wish I had a jacket that good. Yeah, that's right. Were you like me at my age? What? No way, of course, no, of course, yeah, no way, of course not. Unless you mean the widely considered to be a princess part, then yeah. Can't believe you transitioned so young, so envious. I mean, I just couldn't not. I don't know, I think it would have killed me if I'd waited longer. It nearly did. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, sorry, we don't need to talk about that. Anyway, I hope it'll look as good as you do when I'm 32. Oh, that's easy. A witch cursed me to look like this for the rest of my life. Wait, seriously? Yes. That witch's name was Jo, and she always said that my gender was actually FTF, but the second F stood for Fancy Lad. I know people like this. I'm... Just 1 second while I screenshot this, because I will absolutely be sending it to a friend of mine. Okay, as you were. And literally everything Jo said always came true, so I'm pretty sure she cursed me by saying that. I'll be 50 and sitting on the throne thinking about how apple pie would be a delightful treat. There are worse things. You would have liked her a lot. She always had jokes like that. As ever, I don't know if I'm really need to always be popping Phoenix, because it's not like I'm dying a lot. But it just makes me feel like I'm doing something strategic. Let's just wait until the fate's full. It's just in, Emily's really cool. But also deeply damaged, as you know, everyone in this game is. And when I say this game, I also mean just the queer community, I guess. Well, that's a fun tangent, Emma. Maybe leave that thought. And now, no more fights before the next gas station. Oh my god, that is devastating. That's even worse than the time Grace once told me I was going to look like a 16-year-old girl for the rest of your life, but, like, a cool one with popular Insta. We all really do have a lot in common then. She was edgy, sometimes too rude, but she was funny. Go on, tell me another. One time she told some transphobic cultist that she thought he was valid as a man, but he'd probably be living his own truth better if he detransitioned back into a brain-parasitizing tumour. Wow. It was in the telling, really. She said it better, but it was like... something like that. Oh my god. So I guess it's just a multiversal constant that Sam must always be a huge queer and must always love mean girls, huh? No, who I love is Emily. I mean, congratulations, Sam, for saying the quiet part out loud. You know what I mean. We're what's left. We're in this together. Okay, but you meant the other thing too, yeah? Yes, but I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I just don't want to talk about anything. Honestly, fair. Well, we're about to stop anyway. Oh, let's just get Joe turning up to tell us we shall seek no solace here out of the way, shall we? Oh my god, what a surprise! It's Joe!
Sorry, Emily. I'd love nothing dearer to dance with than to dance with you again, but I think I should save my strength for the summit. For our serious showdown, where I get to rise reborn and you get to rest until the end of eternity by your beloved fiancé's side, as you both dearly deserve.
I still don't know why Machine Devil Joe has such a heavy alliteration thing going on.
You don't have to fight further, you know. Jo cries for you in her heart every time you hurt her. I've decided I'm going to ensure her safety from you until then.
Yeah, that is not how any of this works.
Why are you making me say that? You speak seeming as if I'm not here. I'm here. I'm here. I want to keep dancing. Don't... One last decisive dance on the summit, I promise, pet. But for now, a far more familiar fight to you all. Let's let our love say special, Emily. See you soon.
Okay, so it sounds like regular Joe also had the alliteration thing going on. Why isn't it Joe of the Jountain? That seemed like it was a joke in my head, and then it came out and I was just like, no, you just sound like an idiot. Is that an angel possessed by the Machine Devil? That's possible? Aren't they supposed to be omnipowerful?
I don't know, I'm sure Angela can tell us after we're done sending this one back to the creator of all things.
There's nothing special about representatives of the heavens. They're just as fallible as any of us. Just more powerful. And more power to corrupt. I mean, is that true? I feel like none of the shit Angela was saying lines up with that. None of this makes sense based on what I've heard about the metaphysics.
Thou art correct. Such a thing should not be. And yet
our enemy stands before us all the same.
Once I'm in agreement with Emily on this, you can't figure out what's up if the Machine Devil kills us first.
Then we must fight.
That's what I'm saying! Let's fucking go!
Let's. And we still got the good boss music. Devil question mark? Angel question mark? Love it when even the overlay has no clue what's going on. I'd like to think I've got the hang of this combat system, so I'm waiting for when they change up the mechanics or do some kind of puzzle boss in this chapter that shows I actually know nothing. biggest stagger in the world. Goodbye. I really thought it was going to die then. There you go, goodbye. Thought I was going to look really cool. We have so many Zodiac points that we don't currently need. Unless there's another system that's going to take them.
I realise thou must find my lamentations to be of the utmost callousness, feeling helpless about having lost power that thou couldst never dream of. I apologise for delivering such rudeness to thee.
Oh, come on. I mean, like, yes, but also they're your feelings, and you're allowed to have them.
And thou must be frustrated by my monofocus on a singular subject that thou hast no frame of reference for, surely.
No, I've got plenty of autistic friends.
The world is so vast, so full of mystery, yet she can only focus on her personal circumstances, no? I cannot say I would not respond the same way.
Angela, please stop putting your own insecurities into my voice. I don't think any of those things, okay? This is a theme that keeps coming up in this game, is just how much of your interactions with people is based on things you imagined in your head. I've got a meme for this on my phone because there's a classic Tumblr post about it, and I can't bring it to mind immediately. But Quiz Brain has taken over, where as soon as I have any kind of slight uncertainty, I can't not immediately research. So it'll be on here somewhere. I should really organise these better so that I can find Tumblr posts when I want them. These are all just selfies. Seriously, I could do with some more subfolders. And really, the only thing stopping me getting more subfolders is me remembering to do a thing. And I'm sure this is a fascinating digression. But I'm sorry, like I say, Hyperfocus Brain has very much taken over. I still have pictures here of Wi-Fi keys to networks we don't have anymore. Because, you know, we actually got a good ISP. I always think things will be easy to find in my photos, and then I'm reminded how many photos I have on my phone. And usually reminded that whenever I thought a thing was, no, that was a completely different time frame. Ah, this is dragging everything to a halt, but I can't stop. Come on. No, these are all just custom magic cards. That's a meme about Lady Dimitrescu. Selfies, selfies, selfies. Meme about snakes. This is, I know, a fascinating insight into what I save on my phone. It's a lot of it's selfies. Picture quiz rounds for the quiz I played like 8 months ago. Pictures of crabs. Screenshots from a big quiz fiasco. And the great thing is, if I just say a big quiz fiasco, then nobody can know for sure which one I mean. Ah, there it is. Just Tumblr post. Stop! Are you operating on an arbitrary set of terms and rules known only to you? Have you created an ultimatum or specific if-then scenario for someone else without communicating it to them? Have you considered making a good decision and calculated the consequences and potential reactions to those consequences and consequences for those reactions before you actually made the decision? it may be time to say some words out loud to another person. Anyway, I've got that saved on my phone for obvious reasons. The amount of times I've had to send that to other people, or indeed myself. Mostly myself. And it's just reminding people that, in fact, you're not telepathic, you're just depressed.
Then I offer my most sincere apologies once more. 'Tis true they are my own words, my own feelings. I feel pathetic and selfish for such indifference to anything else.
I mean, I know what that's like, though. I even had a thing going on where I was so lost in my own stupid gender feelings that I literally could not see my friends. Yeah, it was fairly upsetting. I had jelly beans. I think sometimes it can feel like it's impossible to interact with the world while you're struggling. It's like your friends love you and don't want your worries about them to be making things harder when things were already hard, you know? We're here for you, but only when you're ready. And if even a giant baby like me could get through it, I definitely believe you can too.
Respectfully, Sam, I am both more statuesque than thou and more babe-like than thou, having only been reborn during our meeting along the road. Nevertheless, prithee accept my thanks for thy reassurance and thy wisdom. I will consider it well. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Sure. No problem. We're all going through some stuff. And, that's generally true.
Hey, how are you holding up, babe?
I'm holding up. You?
Fair enough. I'm fine. Trying to give her some space because it seemed like she needed it, but I'm real worried about Grace.
Aww. I mean, you said it yourself, she can handle herself. She's tough. Yeah, but when you start relying on that.
Tougher than ever. That's what makes me worry. Just because she's tough enough to handle everything doesn't mean she doesn't deserve better.
This.
I want to make it easier on her,
but she's stubborn as hell.
Yeah. That's normally my favorite thing about her, but IDK, that thing she was talking about at the diner with the car, acting like she was taking advantage. She's so bad at accepting help that she doesn't get, that people want to share her burden, because they love her.
Yeah. I get what you mean. I think if you were in my position right now, you know what you'd say, right? You'd say,
you should tell her that's how you feel.
I think.
Maybe. But I think she's probably too stressed out right now for a tough reevaluation of how she closes herself off to other people. I don't think that'll make her feel better, you know?
Yeah, but how do you feel?
I love her. So I'm okay with waiting until she's ready. Still, worried about her though.
Aw, those two. You there, bystander. Hey, so, what are you gonna do when this is all over? Oh, I'm not really from around here. Hardly matters. They're a part of the world that's not on fire that I'm not aware of. It's kinda, really complicated to explain. What about you? What are you gonna do when this is all over? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to get a nice cabin right off the highway and turn it into a museum for model kits. Yes, really what people will need in the new world is your roadside gunpla museum. I mean, hey, why not? Wait, sorry, model kits? Yeah, even in one of those empty cities, I bet there's a hobby shop that's full of them, like a load of treasure. Who'd bother ransacking that? I'm gonna find it. Clearly you would bother ransacking that. So, your roadside museum of stolen gunpla. I'm gonna spend 18 hours a day clipping plastic pieces and sanding them down with perfect love. Nothing but models of all the coolest angels and mightiest heroes. I bet you thought I was going to say something more useful, huh? More utopian. I guess maybe a little. No way, I'm sick of being useful and helpful. We survive all of this. All I want to do is dedicate my life to something fun. I mean, I can't really argue with that. And then I'm going to turn it all into a museum. I'll show them all off. A huge shrine to the littlest of heroes. This like a metaphor or something. I think I get it if it's a metaphor, like celebrating small acts of heroism, that sort of thing. No, like on 12 scale, the little ones that are the size of dogs, you know. Too tired for metaphors. I don't want to spend energy creating meaning in things anymore. All I want to do is build model kits. I miss them. Yeah, that's honestly kind of a mood. Buy gas. Can't get anything there. Should I buy more healing items? Should I buy more? I think we've got everything upgraded. Have we got everything upgraded? I think so, by the fact that we're all on rank 10. Yeah, everything is reading up plus. Cool. Including that, yeah. I wonder what happens if you equip the Zantetsuken here. Does Emily just not stand there? Ah, let's just buy some elixirs. Especially because they're, you know, Crystal Pepsi elixirs. Is there anything I can do with all these AZP I'm getting? Mysterious Star Woman. Yes, yes, fault stars, we know the joke. No, we have banished the entire adversarial zodiac, and now we have 2,300 points that are doing nothing, and we're probably going to keep getting more because I can't be bothered to turn the devil clock off. It's not like we're having trouble. She says, inviting the dread hand of hubris. Like, I'm aware. Oh, I haven't actually healed and saved. I do like that that reminder box comes up. Yes, because I started off the mini-boss fight here and then never used it. Because I had to go and talk to Angela about her insecurities instead. You know how it is. Sometimes you just need to go and give an angel therapy rather than doing anything for yourself. Just me? No. Now we click the button now. We'll have this conversation in a second. We've got to fight first. Yeah, I really probably don't need to be fighting. But hey. Still don't know what that does. I guess I've got to keep doing fights if I want to, like, have money for gas. Which, in this car driving game, is probably, you know, something important to keep an eye on. Fighted. And now take just so much damage. The deadly roulette spares no target. What the hell does that mean? I think it did like a small amount of damage to Valentin. Enemies are doing things and accomplishing nothing, and I don't know what any of it means. And Sam died. Oh, maybe that was what it did. And then Phoenix brought him back up, and then I transferred and killed him again, I think was what happened there. Okay, so I'm assuming that was that deadly roulette thing, just because it was the only new thing going on. So we'll have to keep an eye on those Fatal Kings, or whatever they're called. And also I should probably throw other Sam some of that Crystal Pepsi. Oh, and we haven't even auto-filled our battle items. You good, Angela? I know I just saw some fucked up shit. I'd be pretty fucking freaked out. Oh, the possessed angel thing, yeah.
I would only be freaked out if I knew not what this meant. If it pointed not to an inevitable truth that I have long avoided. I did not in my heart understand the events unfolded.
You want to lay it on us?
My personal desires play no role. I feel as though I must, no matter how much I wish not to.
Well, I mean, you don't gotta, but maybe you know we're happy to listen. Yeah, I mean, we've only just met, but, like, we've seen a lot, so trust me, we can hear you out. You're not gonna shake us.
My confidence in thee is as unwavering as the tower of heaven itself, and all of you. The issue is not in whether you will hear me, but in whether I can bear to say the words.
Sometimes you just gotta blurt it out. Get it over with. You can explain afterwards, but you just gotta say it.
A wise course of action, I'm certain. I have spent my entire time in this world trying to find an ultimate explanation for all that has occurred. There is one simple truth. This may be a world of no sunlight, a world where I have no connection to the heavens above, and yet the truth shines as clear to me as the brightest day. No. Thou art right, Sam, no more preamble, it must be said plainly. My God is false.
What? What? Holy fucking shit. I could have told you that much. Let her talk. It's a huge thing for her to say. Coming in hot? Yep. Also, what the fuck? Is that canon? Like, I thought you knew for certain because of your omniscience?
In our own world I drew my power from the creator of all things, and yet here I am helpless. My connection to the creator that spoke me into this world is broken. And yet, are angels not still powerful in this world, so their connection remains unbroken? Does an explanation for how such a thing could be true exist?
Oh, this is getting too much into the problem of evil and the theodicy for me right now. Let's just have some violence instead. Let's start off by killing this fatal crown before it does some kind of roulette thing that kills Sam again. In a very get out of here before something kills Fleegman way. Theory, Angela, your connection is broken because you're the corrupted angel. I did consider, was the angel we just saw getting possessed this world's 32nd arm, and is that something to do with it? I don't think, you know, I follow a false god is the only thing that can be taken from this, but it's certainly interesting. Throat is, you know, getting there. Still a bit gluey. So apologies for the coughing. I will probably get something for that during the break. She was being delivered in chains when we first met her, but hey, the heavens can be false too, a lot of angles. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she was chained in the first place when she is meant to be wielding the power of the Creator implies Manichaeanism at best. Like, that the Machine Devil is God's equal. And then if I just squirt water down my face for the viewing pleasure of the internet, it'll sound really weird when I phrase it like that. So many AZP that I can't use. Maybe the creator of all things in this world doesn't care about anyone from other worlds.
Indeed, 'tis like to be the case, and yet it leads me to an unquestionable truth. If this world has its own separate creator of all things, then he is not truly the creator of all things.
Yup.
I mean, I don't, doubt you, but what if it doesn't work that way for, physics reasons? There's something special about different worlds somehow.
Yes, is it just a chirality problem? Have you just got to plug your divine power cable up the other way up? Would that be plurality more than chirality? Polarity rather than chirality? Perhaps, but hey. I'm the one making the riffs here. Don't fact check me. Oh, I should probably be focusing on the thing that killed Sam that one time. Okay, it's staggered, so we should be alright if we can just burn it while it's down. Oh wait, I've got level 5 fate. There you go. Successfully burnt it down. Yeah. I was about to feel like it's a shame that now in this we don't get the very kill the kill, I won't falter in the face of evil splash every time we use the Sword of Fate. But I mean, it makes sense, because, in this world, obviously that hasn't been such a big inspiration to Emily, and she hasn't needed any particular statement to be an inspiration like that when she actually had the Call of Fate.
I don't think that's right. I don't know much about metaphysics, but it doesn't line up with, any of the theology, really. The young prince speaks true. I considered such a thing as well, but it does not follow. It is simply not in accordance with the role of divinity in all of creation. In the philosophy of physics, what is studied is cause and effect. How did worlds appear in the orbits of stars of hydrogen gas? It is but the natural conclusion of the Big Bang. That is what physics says. What physics cannot answer is what happened before that Big Bang. Even if it did, it could not answer what came before that. Eventually there must be an uncaused cause.
Not necessarily.
And that is God.
It's a... Which one's that? Is that the ontological argument? I believe that's the ontological argument.
God exists to answer that question. God is what happens when you must answer a question with no answer. God is the cause of the laws of physics, not bound to them.
Man, an angel that doesn't believe that God exists. No wonder you've been so fucked up this whole time. Of course that's shaking you to your core.
No. I know not if a God rules over his creation. Perhaps there still must be a God who acts as the unmoved mover, the uncaused cause that pushed this whole multiverse into motion. If there is an uncaused cause, then it must be the answer of the question to if there exists a God who truly created all things that exist.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily follow that it caused everything. It could cause things that then cause things. It depends what order of causation we're looking at here. Oh no, they triggered my talking about philosophical arguments we take for granted trap card. Yeah, I think that's the ontological argument. That was... Was it Descartes? Used that one? Or is it ontological, or is that teleological? See, now I'm going to be spending the break looking up classical arguments for the existence of God. A thing I know far too much about already from Quiz Bowl and also being a religion nerd, but you know. It's a subject that people like to set questions on. Which is, you know, where a lot of my knowledge comes from, is people write questions about these things, and thus I have had to learn them. Right, we are not currently at rest stop, but I do need to rest and or stop, because I need to take an ad break. So yeah, I'm going to run some ads and go and get some more water and move around and look up arguments about the existence of God. And I would recommend all of you do many of the same good self-care things. Have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is a reminder. Go and say some words out loud to another person. And yeah, if you can let the ads run, that would be great. And you don't have to go and look up arguments about the existence of God, because I probably will do that for you. So yeah. Take care of yourselves out there, and I will be back in a few minutes. We'll see you. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. So, while I was away, I got myself some more lemon for this throat, because it's still a little bit flanchy. But more importantly, I went off on a tangent researching arguments on the nature of God, as we all knew I would. And realised that when I said I can never remember the names for all the different arguments, I was entirely correct, because this isn't the ontological argument or the teleological argument. Because the ontological argument is God is the perfect being, like, about whom nothing better could be, than whom nothing better could be conceived. And existing would be a better quality than not existing, and thus this being that has all the perfect qualities must exist, which has never been an argument I've liked. Teleological is argument from intelligent design, which I like even less. Whereas argument from first mover, which this is the cosmological argument. This has been Theological Trivia with Emma. Don't know why it was important that everybody knew that, but now you do.
But I was not created by such a god. I was told by a being called the creator of all things that I was spoken into creation by his omnipotent will, to act as his servant in his creation. It is true I acted as his servant, but I served not the unmoved mover, the uncaused cause. Rather, I served a being who claimed to create all things, falsely.
Charity Lady with the gifts up to Pi2dface. Okay, A, Pi2dface, great name. Also, thank you so much, seriously. Look, this is just going to encourage me to keep doing tangents on niche subjects I learnt in quiz and then hurriedly refreshed myself on during the break. And is that really what you want to speak into the world? Because that's just what it's like knowing me. I have a feeling I may be briar patching certain parts of the chat here. Hubris, yeah, I guess. So yes, here we learn the important lesson that just because somebody says they're God, doesn't necessarily mean they're God.
What else can I conclude but my entire existence is a lie, spoken by a self-named liar to carry out his will in a world he did not create? How can I trust anything said by a lying god?
Ugh. Angela's got some stuff to work out. While she does, fight. Because, you know, she won't be involved in the fight. So, while she's having a thought, we're going to leave her alone. Is this where all this, like, coming to all these big conclusions has come from? It's just we've left her alone for too much while we fight. I mean, I also probably shouldn't be left alone too long, or I will come up with a devastating proof for the death of the Godhead, but you know. There's usually a solid chance I will do that if closely supervised as well, so. I think that might just be a me issue. Okay, they're all nearly dead, so let's just keep rotating this board. Oh, they're on smite only. Well, I hope whatever it was that counted as smite before still works. Apparently it did. Oh, is it the... is it the end pip of critical? I think it might be. Yes, counts as smite. Okay. Now we know. Anyway, fuck. Yeah. I get it now. I guess you can't, but that means you're free to define who you are on your own. You already knew that. Like, you already believed in your own free will and shit. You're already perfect, just another hero with a lying dad. Sam, you may be projecting your own issues there. Every hero has to go through their own trials. Good luck with that. You're still our friend, or you'll always be divine to me, finger guns. It doesn't say finger guns, but I'm forced to assume. Actually, no, she's just gay. She's not bisexual enough for finger guns. I think sincerity is warranted right now. Above all else, you're still our friend. I know. I know. And if the ground I stand upon is to be torn asunder, if the path that brought me here was one of lies, then I am grateful that the truth is I am but a mortal in the company of heroes. No, it's a different game. There is truly in my eyes no manner of being more noble and desirable than what you all are. It pleaseth me to be one of you as well. Yes, that's almost certainly all that any one person can do. Be part of a structure that affects the world. It's just in. Collectivism is how we get things done. Great man theory is inherently flawed. But then, if such a revelation is so unshocking to each of you, then I beseech you, to whom are your prayers directed when you stand at a shrine? I never fucking prayed to the Divine Order, I'll tell you that much. Justice. Strength to do the right thing. I like to think about the beauty of the world. Whoever created it. The food we're lucky to have under heaven. The farmers who gave it to us. The gratitude for everyone that brought you to where you stand today. For people that made you who you are. The concept of love. Understand. 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 Understand the concept of love. And once again, if you think I'm having an episode, no, that was just a reference. Then I will keep your counsel well. And I will continue to say my prayers to the false god, for he may have lied to me, but he also brought me to you. And this journey is the source of all strength that keeps me going. This is a healthy way to look at things. I mean, that's kind of fucked up, but also metal as hell. Amen. Yes, indeed. Again, really don't need to be doing this fight, but here we are. Oh yeah, especially because we've taken a lot of damage all over the place. And I'm just not paying attention to any of my timers and or gauges. Come on, Emma. Trying to build chain here to trigger an ability I probably won't use. Ostiariis. Apologies for the deeply off-key singing. I was focusing on timers and gauges, you understand? Now I'm just imagining pulling that, like, during a proms performance or something. Sorry about the off-key singing. You know, there were timers and gauges. And then somebody's just like, yeah, fundamentally that's just how music works. That's the concept of timing is kind of the thing. The precision and timing essential to rhyming. Wait, is it precision? Am I even quoting that right? God. And nobody's going to tell me because nobody else is making the extremely niche references I am. Now it's 2 syllables. Anyway, this I won't look up because it's literally just remembering a Scroobius Pip lyric. Also, I just managed to read Bookmobile as Babadook, so I think I need another drink. But here we are at a rest up. Ooh, we get to have a one-on-one with Emily. Hey, maybe this is presumptuous, but you kind of look like you wanted to talk, if you wanna. Maybe. I've been thinking about her. Joe. I guess it's pretty hard not to, huh? Being haunted like that. I'm so sorry, it's all so fucked up. It's not even that, just... Even if we manage to bury her, it'll still be terrible. She'll still be dead, and I'll still be here. And you... You're not even from this world, and you know who I am. I can't help but think that when I die, more people will mourn me than her, even though I was nothing without her. What a cruelty. Jeez. Yeah. Is that what life is? Is that all that's left for me now, watching everyone I love die one by one? Praying that you last long enough that your friends don't have to suffer through your own death, then praying for forgiveness when you realise what that's asking for. What cruelty. Everyone tries to comfort me by saying she'll live on in my heart, but that's not true. Only the part of her that I knew will live on. Her secret inner thoughts, her true depth, everything that exists in the gap between people, gone forever. There's so much of her that I never knew that's now gone forever. Yeah, this is the thing, is that your memories of somebody staying are good, but people are not snapshots. People are a process that's constantly moving and changing in so many dimensions. And I sound like I'm being weird and metaphysical there, but dimensions in the mathematical sense. And just taking a photograph, or even a 3D model of how they are at any given point, that's not a person anymore. And yes, I realise I'm just sitting here badly articulating things that are just Buddhism. And not even uniquely Buddhism, just a lot of philosophies, but people are a process, and part of that process is change. And if you freeze a wave, it isn't a wave anymore. Anyway. Grace said that it doesn't matter what lives in the heart, just what lives in action. That's true for activism, for conflict, practice overall, of course. This is true. But for love, of course I care about what she kept hidden in her heart. Actions may speak louder than words, but I want to hear her whispers too. No, that's not right. Maybe it's true that there's a gap between what people feel and what people say. Maybe it's true that the heart is a black box you can never truly look inside. But all her actions were informed by that secret inner universe. If anyone remembers even one of those actions, then that inner universe still exists in memory too. Yeah, because likewise, while a snapshot isn't the person, it still implies the person. It's like a wiki for... You read a wiki for a TV show, and even if you've never seen it, you know a lot about it, but you know a lot of it by implication. I mean, that's how so much of archaeology works, is just inferring things from reference elsewhere. And that's interesting. Because, to quote, yes, I will hydrate, so let me switch back to water. Because those honey and lemons never last as long as I think they will. Yes, to quote Chris Addison bit, all archaeology can tell us for sure is that we were all skeletons who lived underground, everything else is inference. And that's, you know, important in its own way. That's not a criticism, because that's how we remember people. You may need the jelly beans for this conversation, but in a good way. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I'll never know what those thoughts were, but she'll exist in her impact on the world forever. They're not lost, they're just hidden. As hidden as they ever were. Yeah. If you look at the impact somebody's made on the world, the crater will be the same shape as them. That explains my point very badly, but I quite like it as an analogy. She doesn't just live on in my heart, she lives in the world she fought to save. All I can do now is honour her memory, the ones that were in her heart and the ones of her actions, and defeat this monster that wants me to forget. Yeah. Well, we'll help you with that as best we can. For Joe's sake. Yeah. For Joe's sake. Yeah, that did just get me for a second. And I don't have any jelly beans. Note to self, get more jelly beans. If people are gonna start having discussions about the nature of grief and memory. Well, you won't have anything heavy to say, right? Hey, I just realized I didn't ask how you were feeling about that whole thing with you and the guy, Sam. I know, like, the last time you saw a guy version of you, it was kinda upsetting. I've lost Valentine's voice entirely, wow. God. Yeah, I mean, we talked it out, and it turns out that we're both stupid, and it's fine. And also, it would be bad to dump my own personal hang-ups on him, even if I hadn't totally misunderstood the backstory. I mean, that's real, babe, but your personal feelings are your own, and you're allowed to feel them. You kinda gotta before you can move past them. Didn't we just tell Angela this? Sure. I understand what you're saying. Thanks for worrying, but really, I'm okay. Just saying, if I ran into someone who reminded me so much of my past, I'd be p-fucked up, you know? Well, I literally know, yes, but it's hard to imagine you feeling insecure. When are you going to learn this about idealizing your friends, Sam? Like, when I looked at that guy in the boss fight, it made me feel like there's some inextricable maleness that everyone's always seeing, no matter how much I try. I know that's stupid, but it's what I felt. And now that I know that this Prince Sam has gone through that too, I don't feel insecure anymore, because that dude, definitely a man. Lit up my insecurities, but also seeing your insecurities from the outside is a good way to realise they're stupid. That's what therapy's for.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's not really like that for me, like... Okay, insecure isn't the word. For you, a boy's something you don't want to be seen as, but for me, a girl's just too small a world to encompass all of me. You want to know my dumb, ugly feelings? If I saw someone who was like girl me, I'd fistfight anyone who talked to him to protect them.
Jeez, Val.
I said it was dumb. I warned you, I thought this was a safe place to talk about dumb feelings.
Yes, that classic safe place for discussion of your insecurities. The bleached grass outside a burning gas station. Well, we literally did have to fight at least one of your exes, so yeah, I kind of get it, TBH. Yes, one of their exes who is the only person I don't have the achievement for beating with Devil Clock on. Boo.
Not even the worst of them. Cannot stress enough just how much my vibes used to be, please take advantage of me, I'm not fully developed and will confine myself to your expectations.
Woof.
Well, I'm glad you're not like that anymore. I think you're pretty cool the way you are now.
Insanely cool, in fact, like, literally the fucking coolest.
You know it, babe.
Am I? Yep. Turns out that weird sensation was because I am sitting on my phone. Good to know I notice these things. Yeah, I do.
Damn, this was supposed to be a conversation about lifting you up, not me. How'd we get here?
I'm the healer.
That's just what I do. Well, thanks, babe.
You're welcome, Val. Oh, we don't have to fight anyone for the shrine anymore. Wait, I didn't actually save.
Angela. Greetings, dear Sam. I'm afraid I have few words to muster at the moment.
That's okay. Want a hug? You could use a hug. Or not. Only if you want. I don't mean to impose or anything. Just a thought. No pressure. It's not.
Sam, there exists naught in the entire multiverse which would bring me greater comfort than physical affection from thee. Thou hast my heartfelt reassurance.
Well, then, come here.
Ah. Thou art a font of endless warmth, Sam.
Yeah, sure. No problem. You took the first step, at least. Nice to see Sam actually suggesting stuff rather than having to wait for other people. I mean, I don't really need more stuff. I've got everything there is to get. Wait, should I save after that conversation just in case there's some kind of hidden mechanic going on here? And later I'll die and have to reset and not get that conversation, and the game will be like, you scorned Angela in her time of need. You didn't give her a hug, you bitch. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's the kind of game that would do that, but it could. Yes, I haven't bought trinkets. I deeply don't need to buy trinkets. We'll talk about that in a second, Angela. Although, like I say, we don't need to be doing all these fights. I could just, drive onward to the end of the chapter. Especially because now I'm not buying trinkets. I'm saving enough gas points that I can just go back and buy gas even without fighting anything. Yeah, I feel like this slowed down mix of this shouldn't go nearly as hard as it does. It works really well, just kind of that just kind of moody groove of it.
I have said my piece, and now exhaustion takes me. Really, someone say aught other than an expression of pity. I don't feel any pity. We've all had our worldviews shaken, that's just part of how it is. I've never believed there was a god watching over us. A system of power that enables the cycle, certainly. The mechanisms they gloss over and call fate, I can't really argue with. When people start telling me about eternal rewards and life after death, all I can say is that I sure hope not. The only thing I've got faith in is that all things must pass. It was a great album. I mean, Emily said it, not me. I have no strong feelings about any George Harrison solo albums, especially because I got that wrong in quiz a couple of weeks ago. I wish I thought that way. I could go for some eternal rewards. I think I deserve it after all this shit. I want to see the people I loved again. I don't. My heaven is the idea of never having to face my sins or regrets. I don't want to see the ones I love eternally. I don't want to see Joe anymore. Emily, you don't really mean that. No, I do mean it. I've seen her. It sucks. I'm sick of seeing her. I don't want an eternal reminder of that torment. We had a relationship and it was beautiful. The me that loved her will always exist in the past. We took actions of love and nothing that came next will ever change that. Our love was the path we shared together. Let me rest knowing it did that much. That's the only reward I want.
Right. Fuck fighting for some eternal reward and fuck fate. Here's what it's about. Be gay and do crimes. Preach.
Be gay, do crimes. That's a cute slogan, don't just say it. Tell me which crimes. What social norms will you transgress in the name of self-love and justice?
Well, I might fucking start with stealing the Sword of Fate from the fucking museum, which I literally did do, by the way.
Grace.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, but, let's not get heated. I don't know if you've seen the state of the world, but it's too late for us to not get heated. Your world, perhaps.
If I was getting heated, I would probably say something like, I don't know, I stole the sword instead of letting myself be part of the Divine Order's calculated plans. I gotta say, Emily, I'm getting sick of you acting like you're some perfect genius academic activist, even though you just controlled opposition.
Excuse me.
You're just going along with the 1,000-year cycle that causes the world to burn. What do your academic theories say about saving the world by doing what the people in control want you to do? Sam is just there in full-on the girls are fighting mode.
Indeed, in our world, if the Divine Order had its way, the person who was to hear the call of fate already perished. Their plan would never work.
I did the only thing that I could do, even if it didn't fit into their system, because it was necessary.
Would start off by saying there's no academic theory about just flying off half-cocked with some barely thought-out heist plan while coasting off self-righteous determination. What changed you, Emily? I won't believe you were always like this. I know you're the kind of person who would put their life on the line to protect others, so don't give me this. I certainly have and will continue to do so. But we didn't fly off half-cocked to the library. We made a coordinated action plan that avoided escalation to keep people safe. We didn't just act in an arbitrary way that could have put the community in more danger, no matter how morally good it would have felt. But you did make a stand. You put your life on the line. You're telling me you didn't do it because it felt right at heart, but because it was some calculated, rational wisdom? Come on! I don't know what it says in all your lofty academic books, but I know for sure that everyone who reads them doesn't risk their own personal safety just to keep a library open. Theory and wisdom can be twisted into any rationalization you want. If your world is anything like mine, you've seen it so many times from the Academy, from the Angels. Even your most sincerely radical academic theory, if you don't back it up with what your heart is telling you is the right thing to do, it's pointless. It's just words and ideas otherwise. You and me, Emily, we're both motherfucking heroes. We're not about words and ideas, we're about swords. We're about action. Action for its own sake isn't necessarily good, Grace. Sometimes you have to forget about all the reasonable people telling you what's rational and safe and follow what your heart is crying at you to do. That's what being a hero is about. Were it only so easy. Believe me, I wish. That's the sort of way Jo would act. I'd do anything to see more people like her in this world. But I've never been any good at being an impulsive, cool hero like that. I don't have the luxury of thoughtless righteousness. I'm not worried about my heart, I'm worried about saving the world. Well, maybe I'm just too thoughtless to see things the way you do, but this world sure doesn't look saved to me. Jesus. Well, would you look at this fight? Music went even funkier there. And I mean funky in a what's going on kind of a way. Not in an understanding the concept of love kind of way. Pressed the wrong button, broke chain, boo. Took too long to read gauges, broke chain, boo. That's the thing, it's fairly straightforward to keep my chain going as long as I, you know, do it right. That's the real tech, is just do the thing right in the first place. Elemental trap, cool, what does that mean? Yes, I'm never gonna fully understand how the whole Devil's Hand modifier thing is working, but it's fine because I didn't work out how the mechanics, that's the word, were working for the Machine Devil, and we still beat them. Because again, sometimes you just need to hit things really hard, because that may not be the answer to all of life's problems, but when the problem is you have to fight monsters, you'd be amazed. Everyone is stunned. No, it's not saved. Save the world. What hope could I possibly have at saving the world if I couldn't even save the woman I love? I mean, it's not your fault. It was the Machine Devil, not you. Of course it's my fault. I told her I would always protect her, that I'd always guide her to safety. I made an impossible promise and she was foolish enough to believe me. You're But come on, you can't expect yourself to be perfect. You can't take responsibility for someone else being killed. Not everything in the world rests on your back.
That's where you're wrong. It does. Joe was depending on me. Everyone was depending on me. This seems like not a particularly healthy or productive train of thought. You've been through our world. Have you met anyone expressing any hope or faith in anything other than me and my sword? You know what? I'm bored of fighting for the minute. We're just going to start dodging these monsters.
That's an impossible burden.
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight to this next gas station.
Of course it is. You don't think I know that? You don't think I'm well aware that saviour narratives are inherently doomed? You think I don't know that there's no real hope if we don't create resilient systems to carry the burden communally instead of placing all the weight on a single failure point?
Gifted kid syndrome meets chosen one expectations. Woof.
Of course I know that. I know it far too well.
It's too late for me to fix that now. It's not too late for you, but what can I do now? Stop. I was chosen. I'm the only one who can hold this sword. It has to be me. Are you the only one who can hold the sword? Because Grace wasn't chosen and she holds it pretty fine.
Well, I've got a sword and I wasn't chosen.
Thanks, Grace. And where are you in this world, Grace? I think you've gotten as far as you can off just big talk alone.
Hello? How are you forgetting that I literally died in battle when I've got the giant scar to prove it right here? How's that just big talk? I think you're just jealous that you don't have a cool scar.
You'll have to forgive me for all my scars being psychological under the circumstances. Jesus Christ, we're all going very deep in this one.
God, would it kill you to run with a joke for once? You're such a bummer.
Was that not the levity you hoped for?
No, I would say that your world is definitely not very fucking funny.
Sorry that our suffering doesn't amuse you enough.
No, I mean, what the fuck are you fighting for then? If there's no joy in your life, if everything's doomed, then what even keeps you going? There's got to be something.
I'm fighting because I must. I'm fighting because the only way I could forgive myself for dying and letting everyone down is if it's in the service of the battle against evil. And if I do finally die, well, I'll have done my part. It'll be up to someone less traumatized than me to figure out where to go from there.
That's terrifying! How is that a fucking plan? If I'm gonna die again, it better be for an extremely good reason.
And you better calm down before you end up in the same place as I am now.
Don't fucking tell me to calm down. I'll never calm down. Genuinely sorry that apparently I'm incapable of saying anything without pissing you off, but I'm not a calm person. All my friends here will back me up. If I were to be calm, I'd be nothing. There'd be nothing left of who I am.
The nature of people being a process in whose nature is change is that change is always possible. Just saying. Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, babe, but you've never been calm in your life. That doesn't mean you couldn't start. I've never once witnessed even an iota of calmness from you.
Thou art so unchilled, it fire upon my reserved self to leave the path of calmness. Okay, that was all way too fast, but thanks, guys. See? Sorry, Emily, the only calm anyone's gonna get from me is the kind that comes before the storm. Fucking storm named Grace.
Thanks for explaining the joke.
Then maybe it would be better if we went separate ways, if we clearly can't get along. It's important to me that we fucking try, though.
Why?
Because I would literally die for you.
What? For me, or for the version from another world who didn't have to bear the burden of survival?
For you! You're doing your best to save the world. You really think I could live with myself if I didn't try to help? And there's a whole world at stake? I apparently don't know how to talk to you without getting upset, but I admire you too, so if I die and you don't even smile in gratitude for my sacrifice, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, you're driving me insane, but I guess it's the same way that Joe could sometimes drive me insane too. I always did like that a little. So, are you comparing me to your evil ex-girlfriend? She wasn't evil at the time, except for all those tiny skirts she kept wearing when I was trying to focus on mastering the blade. While you were off being polyamorous, I was studying the blade. Ha! Joke! You're capable of it! I'm trying, okay? Please don't die for me, Grace. Even if it would be funny, I won't laugh, so you better not die. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Let's just fight some fucking evil now. No, let's go to a gas station now. Much like fighting evil, except it has more snacks and less fighting evil. Hey, Val. Well, thanks, babe. That's just the end of our conversation from last time. Perhaps another brief display of physical affection would improve my mood. Okay. I promise I can hug you as many times as needed. Truly? Literally could not lie about the subject, yeah. What, am I gonna? Okay, fine. I think I may have run out of dialogues with people, which means we're probably getting to the end. Anything new in shop? We should refuel. Nothing new in shop. I'm noting that gap between just healing and sticker pack. I'm presuming that will be whatever gets brought in DLC 2. Or maybe there'll always be a gap there, because now I think about it, the menu's just stretched to accommodate all the new ones as they've come in. Yes, I haven't bought trinkets. I already have more trinkets than your body has room for. Note, the trinkets may not be body safe, so don't test that theory. Oh, CPU chug. That's fun. And by fun, I mean annoying. Yeah, Wait, can we just... There's no dialogue here? Because I can't be bothered to fight, because we're not really getting anything of any use out of them. Okay, I guess we just cruise on into the next row. Ah, there you go, boss. Tell you what, just for cheese purposes, and because, you know, I've got these things, I might as well. Let's just boost everyone. There, you're rank X, but we're rank X plus or X plus plus. I guess we're closing in on the end. I mean, I knew it had happened today, but it still feels like it's gone quickly. I don't know. The Machine Devil, 12,000 HP, rank X. She may look like the beloved hero, Joe of the Mountain, but it's the ultimate enemy who pulls the strings now. Elegy for an edgelord. This hero gave her life in service of the cause of fighting evil, and this cruel mockery of her memory is the thanks she gets. Time to bury her with love. That's cool, yeah. That's metal. Stuff happening. It's the Clouded Mountain, I assume. I'll ask you once more, Machine Devil. Release your hold on her. Try again in 1,000 years, but you'll never complete your revival here. I could release my restraint so easily, even forever, for the smallest price. I love you, Emily. I'll always love you. Is that what you hungered to hear? You could hear it more if you wanted. Just stop fighting futilely. Her lingering love for you overwhelms all. It drives her past death itself. It's not too late to let me take the power of the star, and you and Joe can live the rest of your lives. I need Joe and her shining star to provide the power of an unawakened god. But all I want is that power. I don't care to keep the woman. You can have her. Retire to a cozy cottage somewhere. Peacefully plant a garden in the arable ashes. You know you're tough enough to survive this world. Haven't you done enough fighting? You could be with Joe if you truly wanted to be. Walk away from here and tarry together. You act like you've lost your love, but even now, you could save her soul. You're not... No, that's not true. That's not right. That's not right. It's not like that. Just adjusting my ad breaks, because it feels like I might be able to complete this before we get one. Sam, you gotta say something. I don't think Emily's doing very well. We should listen to you. What am I supposed to say? I'm no good with words. I don't know what the right thing to say is. Just say what you feel. It doesn't matter what the words are, just let her know you're there. Step forth, young man, and speak. Right. You're right. Emily. Sam? I love you, Emily. No, I know. I know, but, listen. I know what it means to care about you, and what that pale shadow of my friend is saying to you. None of that's something someone who loves you would say. Anyone who really loves you knows you'd never trade justice for peace or comfort. That's not you. The real Joe wouldn't. Yes. I care about you too, Sam. I know. So let's honor her memory right, okay? Right. Machine Devil, your time has come. Joe's star draws near, and you'd let her die to fall forever from memory as a mortal, when she could awaken at last as the god she was born to become. Why has she got two heads? Also, why is the Devil Clock effect there extra Sieg runes? Was this the Machine Devil fight music before? I can't remember if it is or if it's changed. I think it's the same. Because I don't think there's a second version of it on the soundtrack. We've rejected one god today, and he was the one that shaped our whole world. You think your last-minute exposition is going to shake us now? Fuck off, shut up! So rude boy, shut up. Note to self, I should probably never quote grime lyrics. Stop just shouting zap and throwing lightning bolts at us. What do you think you are, a laugher? Why does Sam's healing not seem to be actually healing? Okay, but it revives just fine. I think there's a mechanic at play here I don't know about. Also, the Sieg runes might be lightning bolts. Ah, that's interesting. Sam's, like, other Sam's health bar is him and Emily, so if he's down, I can't use the Sword of Fate. Yeah, enjoy that 999% stagger. Yeah, I think the Sieg runes might be lightning bolts. No, you don't get to just wah at me. Oh no, it's a bomb. That's probably bad. No, that was the wrong person to target with this heal. The thing is probably going to make that horrible noise. Okay, I'm going to pause it because it'll actually tell me the thing. Yeah, so I assume they are lightning bolts and not Seagroons, although that ambiguity is probably part of the point. So add an extra 1 per attack and remains after death. So what, we'll still be feeling that attack in future phases, I guess? Yeah, those lightning bolts hit incredibly hard. Although they seem to hit Val and Sam harder than other people, I wonder if there's another mechanic at play here that I'm not totally following. Sam not quite dead. Okay.
Don't you see that you'll never win? Let go of your grasp on Jo and let her have peace.
My grasp? You want to speak to her? Then I'll let her speak. But don't doubt you'll be disappointed by what you hear.
Hi. It's okay. I'll fight for your right to rest in peace no matter how much it takes. I'll do anything for that. You're always so amazing. Even now you're really radiant.
Oh, thank you. Oh, her too.
Don't you see? That's the problem. It's not the machine devil that keeps me clinging to this world. It's my lasting love for you that keeps him clinging to this world. My only connection to the land of the living's with you, and I wish I was simply strong enough to let go, to fall free from the fist of the machine devil. Jo, it's not your fault. It is, though. I'm the one stuck still holding on. Too worthless and weak to let go of you. Too weak to actually accept it.
You're not weak. You're one of the strongest people I've ever met.
You always had all the academic wisdom in the world. When it comes to the heart, you still know nothing. I'm simply not strong. I never was. You don't understand. It's me. It's been my fault all along. The one clinging on to you, cruelly clutching and dragging you down into the hell that's haunting me.
Seriously, what is up with that speech pattern?
Can't help it.
Okay.
Your loving light is just too bright. How could I not want it to stay shining on me, even as enemies? Jo, that's not... It is, It is. I could just let go, but I can't. It's my selfishness. It hurts my heart so much to see you suffer. But at least seeing you suffer is for seeing you.
That's really true, then.
You have to let go. It's killing me inside to keep killing you again and again. Let go. For me, for my sake, please. I tried, but I can't. I just can't make myself do it. As long as I can even just see you one more time, I'll sinfully suffer through any hell. Even this one I can't let go. Even this one. I can't let go. I'm so weak of will, I just can't. Besides, I know you're certainly strong enough to win every time. You'd never let evil dare defeat you. And there's nothing I've ever loved to look at more than watching you fight evil.
See, I might hold her strings in hand, but I'm not the reason why the puppet rises again and again. It's not my words that make her the sad shell of the woman you knew.
Be silent, both you and your new master. So I'm your tether to the world. I'm what's keeping you here, letting the machine devil corrupt your power. I don't like where this is going.
Sorry.
If it weren't for me, your soul could find peace, and the machine devil would have no more hold on this world.
I'm so sincerely sorry.
But, yes.
Yes. It's me, it's my love, it's my fault. My feelings for you.
Then I understand. We killed the machine devil once. It took both of us. We can do it again.
I'm stronger. I don't have the strength for that now. It's impossible.
Don't tell me what's impossible. What do you know about what's possible? It sounds like you need a hero who can tell you to hell with what's sensible. Let me be your hero this time. Trust me like I trusted you whenever you asked me to. We'll bury the machine devil together. Here's what my heart is crying out for. One last act of wild storybook heroism. Then this nightmare ends. Sam. Emily, Sam, you're stronger than you know, okay? It's time for you to realize that. Take this sword. It's yours now. I can't. You can. I believe in you. Emily. Hey, Grace, start taking notes now. I'm about to write an all-new book on the lofty academy subject of motherfucking heroics. So you better also smile in gratitude.
Sure. Wait, what?
And Sam, I love you too. Joe, take my hand. One last time, okay? Then you have to promise to let go. What was that we were saying about the urge to self-sacrifice not necessarily being a good thing?
I can't do that. I know it's cruel, but all we can do is keep fighting our eternal deathly stance.
Such saccharine. When I said I'd let you speak, I didn't think you'd be such a boring...
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck you. I'm still in control. Still... Not yet. I can hold him back a little longer. Emily, I'm still here. It's still me. If you let me win, then my sorrowful sacrifice was for nothing, but if I win, then I won't get to see you anymore. All we can do is fight forever.
Clap, 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 clap.
The only way our love could last.
No. No. Hush, don't say that. I don't want to die. I don't want you to die, but this isn't living. I do not love this angle. Joe, give me one more moment where I can see the woman I loved. Show me that beautiful hero, that rude bitch who owned my heart. Give me one last memory of when our love was pure. Take my hand. Who cares if there's evil all around us? Just pretend it's like when you proposed to me.
I don't think I can.
Repeating yourself for thinking about how this dynamic would look in a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. I've still never got the chance to play that. I mean, there are so many cool games that's true of, but yeah. Hush, you are. I'm telling you. If you really believe in me, then believe me now.
I'm doing all I can to hold him back at bay, but he's so strong. I can feel him taking hold again. There's no more time. I can't.
I'll make it easy for you. I won't let go of your hand again. So can you promise you'll hold him back just a little longer? Can you do that for me? Do you trust me?
I can do that. So long as you're holding my hand, I can at least muster that much might. I'll always trust you.
You want to be with me forever, right? That's what we swore together so long ago, right? No matter where I go, you'll follow. Promise?
Yes, I promise.
Then we'll do the ritual together. Ready, my little heart?
Okay. Okay.
I don't need the words written in the Library of Truth. Okay, this whole ritual aspect of it is not something I know where this is going necessarily. Let's see. They were written by corruptible angels who can be perverted by evil. I don't need the words engraved on the sword of fate. They were forged by a false god claiming divine mystery. They're the same words RG of Roses said. For that reason alone, there'll always be a powerful ritual in my heart. Words repeated become ritual. Ritual conveys power in our society. Therefore, power underlies these words. Someone else will have to edit in the citations later. The quotation follows. You absolute nerd. Here I am. Let today be the machine devil's burial. Here I am. He shall stand under heaven no longer. Here I am. Here I am. O Almighty, here I am.
You think words are enough to banish me?
No. I think Joe's love is enough to banish you.
Doing my best, Emily. I feel so weak, but I can hold him just a little longer.
Last part of the ritual. It only works if he's buried. Push him back. Push him into the ground. You can do it. Together. I'll hold your hand the whole time. Like I promised you, I'll never let go.
Forever?
Forever. No, it is going where I thought. Emily! Yeah, no. I'm not a fan of that, I'll be honest. A lot of games, I mean a lot of stories, but it seems to come out a lot in video games as well, like to use dramatic and meaningful self-sacrifice. And not always in a good way. I mean, I can hardly talk, as anybody who's read my writing will know. But yeah. Oh. She's gone. Oh, now I get to talk to people? Maybe there's more happening than I thought? I don't know. Well, I'm going to pause there because we really need to take a break. I'm going to heal up. I'll do that now while I remember. Let's all drink our Magic Crystal Pepsi. And yeah, I'm going to take an advert break now. And yeah, then we'll get back to whatever is gonna happen to finish this. Game, you were doing very well. So I'm prepared to stick with you for now, but Alright. Take care of yourselves out there, as ever. Go and get a drink and have a snack and take your meds if you still need to. Move around. Give somebody a hug, because they could probably use it. And, yeah. I'll be with you again in a few minutes. Alright. Love you all. See you in a few. Hello, everyone. I'm back. And I am having some thoughts. Yeah, like I say, not a fan of this as a trope. It's possible that they'll subvert stuff yet, but yeah. And I get that it's a darker setting. Obviously, this is the bad future, and we get a certain amount of alternate universe, nobody cares who dies thing, protection, but and maybe what they're going for is the kind of idea of when things are this bad, there's no non-bad way to fix them, and we just need to go through it and move on. But yeah, not loving it. But we'll see. Let's carry on. Let's talk to our peeps. Fuck, man. Yeah. She didn't falter. Even after all this shit, she didn't falter in the face of evil. Jeez, you're right. Motherfucking heroics. God damn it, she really did write the book in it. God damn it. Yeah, hot take. I don't particularly think dramatic suicide is heroic, per se. Like I needed that to know she was the perfect hero. Yeah. Yeah. Guess that's just the kind of person she is. Fine, I'll listen to what she said. Shit that happened here, we gotta stop it from happening to our world. Yeah, like I say, the fact that this is an alternate universe and you can go, well, it's just a cautionary example to the real world, and it's just like, Sure. But... At first I thought she was so cool. Then I thought she was annoying and full of herself. And now... I don't fucking know. Both, I guess. Neither. Nobody's one thing. I'm glad I got to meet her. Archie was my childhood hero, but Emily was my adulthood one. God, the perfect romantic hero's death, saving the world with her love. Bitch. That's too cool. That's too annoying. Yeah. Are we calling this a romantic death? So you better forgive yourself for this, Emily. It really feels like we're not going to be subverting this.
This is the world that followed the will of fate. How cruel can fate be? How can it dare ask such a thing of such noble people?
And yeah, and I get that this is also what it's saying, is that the real fault is the people who set this cycle up. Which is true. And made such a death impossible. Which I guess is your Antigone dynamic. I guess. And that's a play I talk about far too much for me to not bring up here.
Doesn't seem right. Is the defeat of evil not supposed to be a moment of satisfaction? And why do I feel none?
I don't know, Angela. I really wish I knew, but I don't think you would even if you were still omniscient, you know? You can only see easy answers if they exist.
Once again, Sam, thy wisdom grounds me.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, but I think the ground sucks a whole lot right now. I think it's okay to not find any comfort here. That is a good take. Because it at least acknowledges that things are bad. Hi, other me. It's... I guess the fight's over. Sam, I'm so sorry. No, don't apologise, please. She got to go out as a hero. Yeah. She wanted to die in the fight against evil. She got what she wanted. Yeah, but when you actually just go and do it yourself, does that count? Don't say sorry. Say, congratulations, Emily. Congratulations, Emily. Congratulations. Congratulations. I mean, this is absolutely a reference that's being made.
I hope I get to see you again someday.
Yeah. Planetarium woman, what are you doing here? Your speech pattern is far too silly for this. Well, I mean, that's my fault, but hey.
You've made it here after a long journey, young lady, and now the star is almost upon you.
You? I remember now. I've been seeing you in my dreams.
This is still but a waking dream, a frightful one, I'm sure. Poor thing, you've seen such unthinkable sacrifice twice now, and soon you'll see your way home.
Because of Joe's star? Joe's star? Was this a secret Jojo all along? I remember you said if I came here I could get home, but how?
That star has power beyond mortal imagination, the power of a god. Johnny Vanjo brought Joe of the Mountain here to try to awaken that, to give him that power.
To give him that power. That's how you should stress that sentence.
I sense you have many questions. I can answer only one of them, but ask them. All the same, perhaps you will find some small enlightenment in the ways in which I can't answer.
I appreciate your help, but that's the most fucking cryptic thing I've heard in my life. Okay, fine. You said a god, not the creator of all things, just one god.
I did indeed. You have made a wise distinction.
What god? Is there more than one god? Is it a different one from the one we've heard of?
These are all wise questions. You're on the right path in asking them, but I cannot answer.
Can you send us home? If you can't answer that question plainly, then I don't think I can figure it out on my own.
I cannot send you home, but please don't be afraid or worried, because you can do it yourself, and I can tell you how.
We're just going to Wizard of Oz out of this.
But first, you have another question. I can answer it.
don't have another question. I mean, okay, fine. There was something that came to mind, but I'm not asking it. I can't back down. I just saw my personal hero die to save the world. You're allowed to ask, young lady. Does it have to be me? Can't it be someone stronger? It requires the power of the star. The power of the star that is bound to the soul of Jo of the Mountain. Only she could awaken the power sealed inside. Now, the only living ones in this world who can even touch a fraction of that power are you and the you of this world. It must be a Sam under heaven. What? Why us? I mean, we're not special, we're not strong, and I don't even see what we've got in common other than the same name. I mean, is this just a royal bloodline is magic thing? That is the final question I am not allowed to answer, but I promise in time you will understand, my dear princess. Or is it just that trans people are magic? And if so, why can't Val help out? And I'm sick of cryptic bullshit, I'm sick of quests, and I'm sick of riddles. Me, never. So, the god I know is a false god, but also, maybe there are other gods, and Jo could have been a god, and somehow both me and alternate me are connected to that, but you can't explain any of it. Such is the way of things. Can you at least tell me what to do? Young lady, you're well aware that in the ancient times, magic was considered the exclusive domain of the heavens, but humans learned that a powerful enough story can do magic too. So step forward, speak, tell the star what will happen next. Because DMs are magic. Do I mean direct messages, Dungeon Masters, or Doc Martens? Yes. Say not what you wish for, not what you dream for, say not what you want. The strongest magic comes from the strongest story you can tell. Say what you need, and no more, and it will be so. That's it. That is all, young lady. Slightly more appeased by the use of story magic, personal favourite. Yeah, same. Because, like she said, words repeated are ritual, ritual is given power, thus words have power. Okay. I can do that, I guess. I mean, if you say I can, then I guess I can. Stop defining your self-worth from others. Sam. Sorry I got mad about all the cryptic stuff. It's just been a fucked up day. Hope I see you again. Young lady, there is no cause for apology. But if you're lucky, you never will again. What, see her or apologise? Or just be? And please, have a safe journey home. Talk to Grace is my only prompt.
Hey, Sam, are you okay? I know it's been a lot.
She's just been zoning out, hasn't she? Huh? I'm fine. I mean, no, actually, I'm not fine, but yeah, sure, I'm fine. God, that's a relatable response. Just looked like you were blanked out there. Yeah. I know what we gotta do to get home. But... Hey, Sam. Are you gonna be okay? We gotta get home now, but... I'll live. I have to. Do what you gotta do, Sam. Sam. My Sam. What knowledge of our return dost thou have? Hast thou had another vision? Yeah. Yeah, I can do it. All I gotta do is tell a story. Yeah, I feel like this has been our whole thing the whole way through. As Princess Sam under heaven stood before the star, even it had to listen to her words, and it listened carefully. The heroes of two worlds stood together, triumphant in another fight against evil. They learned their home was in peril, and not even fate itself could stop them from returning to save it. They were brought together by fate, maybe. They defied it by sheer force of will, and they knew they would be triumphant once more. The prince of this world would find peace. The angel of another world would find herself. Grace and Val would find the time to talk about their fucking feelings. The princess shouted all these demands towards the star, and it was moved. It listened to her words, afraid to defy a group of heroes who had defeated fate so many times already. And then, fate rewrote itself, opening a path that would lead them back to their home.
Sam.
Holy shit, Sam? Please don't ask me how I did that. TBH, I do not care how, but God, let's just get fucking home already.
Seriously?
I can feel it. I can feel the heavens again. My heavens. Our world is but a step ahead. All we have to do is take it.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense if this was a trans people and magic thing, because there's a long tradition of mythologization among us, because we've, you know, had to write the stories of ourselves in defiance of the world so much already. Oh, come the fuck on. What now, dude? That's some big eyes.
It was foolish of me to believe that the heavens would make anything so simple for us.
Outsiders, you shall not pass. Ah, fuck me, it's Orphan. Wow! We, covered Orphan back in episode 1. The massive Ofa who is just hanging in the sky, watching everyone all the time.
The guy who protects the heavens from the outside? Are you fucking shitting me?
Fuck off.
We are not outsiders. These 3 youths are natives of thy world. Let them return.
You are outside now. Therefore, these youths are outsiders. You shall not pass.
Fuck you! I don't have to take this shit from the useless dick-sucking Ouroboros that forms the wheel of a useless dick-sucking chariot.
Callbacks. Oh my god, are you guys seriously taunting the impossibly huge whale angel? Well, to be fair, he has it coming.
Dude's got it.
Oh, dude's got it coming in his own eye because of aforementioned dick sucking. Yeah, we remember the joke, Val. What? What is the meaning of thy taunts?
They mean that they shall prevail. Art thou not all-seeing? Art thou not all-knowing? Dost thou not know that these youths have bested every devil and angel they have fought? Thy defeat is inevitable if thou dost not step aside.
That may be so. Nevertheless, you shall not pass.
Wait one goddamn minute. You let the weird sword-obsessed dog in, but not us?
That is fair.
Okay, fuck it, dude. If we're fighting, we're fighting. Good thing you've got enough eyes to see me pass through your shit face with all the magic I've got.
Yeah, I should have not started reading that line so soon. I think I might also be dueling CPU lag, so yeah. Chug even. You can see me punch you in the face from 50 different angles, bro. You can even see me stomp all the way through you with my heels. And my sword, you can see that too, because I'm gonna stab you with it if you don't let my friends go home. You didn't see any interruption from lag? No, I can definitely feel a bit of a drop in frame rate, and it's making some of the lines load a bit slower. Was that good? I'm not very good at this bravado thing.
As Valentin would say, I believe that thou hast the act perfected, my dear young one.
I mean, yeah, nailed it, babe.
Now let's fucking go! One last fight before home.
Yikes. am I dropping my chain? Am I just getting sucked in by this music too well? Okay, I think that's fine. Probably shouldn't have just given up on building. Oh, and now we've got fate calls! Or at least it would. It should. Fuck. Are we just fucked? This bangs?
No, I understand now. I hear no words spoken, no perfect moment of divine clarity, no connection to the heavens showing me what must be. And yet, the call is as clear to me as anything has ever been.
Fate doesn't call because we did just reject fate completely.
I know what I must do, and I accept myself. And I accept myself the sole master of my own fate. Now hear these words. The woman I admired died in their service, and now I stand behind them with every fibre of my own being.
Awesome. We have rejected fate, but that doesn't mean we can't be our own power of fate. I don't know what these things it's spawning are. Sacrifice 3 wards to heal. Oh, do we have to kill those before it heals up? Okay, well, it's not like healed to full, so whatever. Let's just... But what if we just DPS rush it into oblivion, like every other time? Okay, that's gonna kill somebody. And it's Val. And then Phoenix will bring them back. And then Angela gets to do the I won't falter thing. That's so cool. This is redeeming itself a lot through sheer power of cool and gay. But my earlier criticisms still stand. Fine. I grow tired of this. I have more important tasks to do than waste my time here. You may pass if you wish. The flare of chain wings was swoonably epic. Yeah. Oh. Alright, and I got the achievement for beating Orphan with the double clock on. Guess we win. Again, it's the standard RPG thing of I spent too long getting all the best items and now nothing can stand before me. Holy shit. We just fought an angel and won. We've done it before. The guy ain't shit.
An adversary unworthy of thy effort.
Angela, you were really amazing. You picked up the Sword of Fate. You really did it. I couldn't have done that. I know I should, but...
'Tis not a thing thou shouldst fret over, Sam. Prithee, think not of it.
I guess. There's nothing left for it to do now, anyway. Machine Devil's gone here. You're all going home. I wish I could believe that. If only there were no more fights left. There's sure no more fight left in me.
I'm really glad we met. Both you and Emily. I know we might have fought a lot, but she was a real hero, and I feel lucky to have met her.
Yeah, like, it was good she had you as an ally, you know? You totally know that, yeah? Yeah. If the kingdom under heaven's gotta have a prince, glad it's you. Hey, you already know plenty about swords, right? What's one more? Oh, you mean the Sword of Fate. Thanks. But I can't. I know I can't stand in Emily's shadow forever. I know she wouldn't want me to, but She's what kept me going. I can't just take her place.
Sam, if I may, I could never take the place of one who meant so much to thee. However, I could stay by thy side for one of thy life's minutes if thou wished. Laying claim to the sword of fate is something I would never deign to do, but I could certainly hold it for thee until thou art ready.
Don't you have to go back to your own world? I don't think this passage is going to last forever.
I think she means she wants to stick around here. Don't you, Angela?
Give me grace. Thou hast taught me so much, and I wish I could repay that debt, but I think I could do more good in this world than my own. Thou art capable of greatness with thy companions long before my presence, after all. But I've watched one Sam grow already into newfound confidence. I think I could find new purpose in watching the same for this young man. If thou wouldst have me, of course.
Angela... What? Are you asking if I want you to stay?
I ask if thou wouldst have me as thy companion.
I mean, yeah, of course. Following the one who wielded the sword brought me to this point. I think the only way I know how to honour Emily is by continuing to follow that path. I want to live. That's what she wanted. No, that's not it. Honouring Jo in her heart too much was what got Emily killed. I want to remember them both as my beloved allies, but, like, I need to follow that path in my own way. I don't know what to do or where to go, but, like, if you want to help me figure that out, that would be an honour too. You sure, though? I don't want to take you from your friends.
I would not have offered were I not certain.
Maybe you should talk to them first. I just don't want you to rush into something.
Very well. What say you, O noble comrades? Should I leave this young man all on his own?
Nah, dude. I'll miss you, babe, but I think that's great. Gotta pick your own adventure now, right? That's what it's all about, isn't it?
As far as I'm concerned, if Angela's rushing into situations with heroic boys instead of getting arrested by angels in our world, then we've taught her everything we can.
That's fair. Just make sure you get her plenty of milkshakes to thank her, okay? And don't get too embarrassed when she goes into overdrive with the flirting.
I would never do such a thing to such a fine young man. However, if he were to share a milkshake with me, it would only be proper to repay his kindness with the fat stacks I know to be desired by Sam's.
What? Sorry.
Okay, I think the guy was right about one thing, though. We gotta get going. We've got a lot to do back home. Take good fucking care of yourself, Angela. You hear me?
Yeah, both of you.
Bye. See ya, Angela. Wait, I mean...
Farewell, my dear friends. You will all live in my heart. I would not be who I am today were it not for you and your kindness. Now, go forth, noble youths, and save my world once more.
From what? So... what now?
'Tis a good thing thou askest. I believe I know of a ritual of great importance that must be performed now.
A ritual? This is some important heavenly thing or something? No, she wants to go and get milkshakes.
Oh, 'tis more heavenly than thou canst even imagine. Thou shalt allow me to elucidate.
Adah. Fuck, man. Why did I say see ya to my friend that we were leaving behind in another world? I am so fucking stupid. Maybe it's fine. Wonder what's gonna happen when those angels who are trying to arrest Angela realize that she's a fugitive in another world. God, even after losing her power, she's so cool. Yeah, like, I think being super cool is her real power.
Oh, thank God. More importantly, look! Look at the city under heaven! It's fine! No ash, no ruins. We're home.
got time to figure out what the fuck we gotta do, and we're home. Then, what now? Fuck, I don't know. Shit was easy when we were just doing the same thing that was in all the movies. Guess, like, we gotta find our version of Joe.
Said she was in a prison on the mountain, right? Well, we're on the mountain right now.
Sam, you're like literally royalty. Do you think you can get him to let us in and see her if she's there?
I mean, no?
Yes? Maybe? Fuck, let me think. Okay, so right now, no, because if we just roll up, none of the people there are gonna know who I am. What's even the point of being a princess if you can't just show up and yell at people to let girls out of prison before the world ends?
Grace, I can't answer what the point of being a princess is, because that would require me to justify the monarchy. I'm smart, but don't ask the impossible.
Yes, correct.
You don't gotta justify the monarchy. It's what the divine right of kings is for.
Yeah, no. Well, respectfully, I think the divine needs to start doing a whole fucking lot more justifying right now, considering what we just saw and learned. Damn, preach.
I'm not preaching, that's the point. The preaching was wrong.
Okay, look. We're getting carried away. The point is, I can't help, but you know who can help? My dad.
Oh yeah, right. The king. Of course. MBD.
So, nothing's changed then. We were going there anyway, right? So now it's just a little more urgent. See, I knew there was a reason why I brought you along on this trip. Just one more reason why I'd be fucked if not for your presence.
Yeah, for real, babe.
Thanks, everyone. I would love to spend another 20 minutes doing backpatting, but I would like to remind you we are on top of a mountain, and I am wearing nothing but torn nylon. Sam, I promise nobody at any point to stop thinking about that. It's really hot.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, for real.
No, it's not hot at all, it's fucking cold. Can we please just get back in the car now? Yeah, okay, that is Joe. She just doesn't look... She looks quite different in these pictures than her model did. I guess Machine Devil Corruption has done that. Okay, cool. That black screen was too long. We did it! Again! Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm still going to register my displeasure with that particular story beat, because I'm not a fan of it. But I get, like I say, what they're going for with this explicitly being the bad ending. And we now have to act to stop that ever happening in the first place. Stop it ever having to happen. Because things at that point were already broken. I'm going to turn my headphones down. I feel like I'm shouting over things. But yeah, so I still don't completely love that. But also this game rules. And by and large that was a very good... Sam, Grace and Val will return in Big City Princess. Not Angela though. Clearly we're not opening that gate again too soon. I will miss our giant angel girlfriend. Emily and Joe forever. Except there's no bar on that Emily, so on that Y, so it's just Emily. We did the thing! And yes, Big City Princess isn't out yet. So, I guess this is where we end. Ah, don't love that three-person party. I mean, I know we literally started with the three-person party, but still. And also, we have most of the achievements in the game. We didn't beat Gaius with the Devil Clock on. Boo. Didn't revive enough, probably because we didn't die enough. 97 was my max chain. Would have been nice to get that to 100, but here we are. I haven't got long juggles. Whatever. Thus always to gatekeepers. Okay, that is a good message to end on. 6 Semper... What is that? Januaribus? I think Januarius is gatekeeper. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and translate Latin on the fly for all of you. I don't know, I just don't owe you that. So, that's taken us almost a time anyway, so I guess it's just time for a wrap-up. Thank you all for being here for the end of Get the Car Loser. Thanks if you stayed to the end. This means a lot. I mean, I say the end of, this will return when the third DLC is out. Trust me, we will be doing that. But for now, that's it. If you've been watching me, you know where to find me. But just in case, yeah, if I say if you've been watching me, sounds weird. If you've been watching, you know where to find me. Just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. Streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones very much available, but you can do the maths yourself. And hey, if you don't want to do the maths, why not just throw us a follow? Doesn't cost you anything and gets you notified whenever I'm around. If you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, you can go to the YouTube, link is down there, says VOD Archive, or it's youtube.com/@houseofhubris, where you can get everything going back to the very start of the channel, which is over 2.5 years now. There's lots of games on there, so there'll be something for you, and hey, if there isn't, why not tell us what would be? Where do I slide into from this? The bit I always forget, yes. While you're on the YouTube, why not subscribe? Also, it doesn't cost you anything. It gets you hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, while I remember to upload them, which is, it's happening at the minute. If you want to support me having thoughts about disaster queers financially, I mean, I will do that anyway, but you can always cheer or subscribe on Twitch, but you very much don't have to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other, and then everybody's having a good time. Yeah, if you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can check out the socials, they're all down there, or it's Twitter at House of Hubris, Mastodon at houseofhubris@kind.social, and Blue Sky at houseofhubris.bsky.social, where I post memes and selfies and stream notifications and shouting about the state of the world and wondering why I'm still on Twitter. I think that's everything. Thank you all again for being here. This game, like I say, has slapped. We will be back on Saturday for something new. I have an idea of what it will be, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. Alright, I love you all, and yeah. See you again on Saturday. Take care of yourselves out there. Be gay, do crimes. Alright. Bye.